Vinyl community, welcome back. This is Hubtunes. I'm Mike. We are going to jump right back on the live album tag of 2021. Last week I did 20 of my favorite live albums. Today I'm going to do 20 of my favorite live jazz albums. Jumping right back on the train. So I got 20 records, and we'll just whip right through them, then you guys can get on with your day. First one is Art Blakey, A Night at Birdland. This is a fantastic, absolutely fantastic record. Clifford Brown on trumpet, Lou Donaldson on sax, Horace Silver on piano, Curly Russell on bass, and Art Blakey on drums. If you guys see this out there in the wild, grab it. It is a phenomenal night. Next one up, this one, I am a big fan of Larry Brown. I don't even know who the fuck Larry Brown is. Larry Young, I'm a big fan of. This is in the Paris recordings. This, I believe, might have been a Record Store Day release a couple years ago. I loved Larry Young. I'm a big fan of all his stuff. I probably have like 6 or 7 of his records. Really cool stuff. The collective personnel is Larry Young, obviously, on organ, Nathan Davis on tenor sax, Woody Shaw on trumpet, Billy Brooks on drums. Then he's also got Sonny Gray on trumpet on one song. Jack Mambo on conga. This is some really cool recordings. It's kind of a collection. Excellent stuff. There's going to be a couple of Record Store Day releases in this group. In fact, this is another one. This is Dexter Gordon, The Squirrel, live at Montemart in Copenhagen, 1967. This was a Record Store release maybe 2 years ago. It's got a fantastic photo of Dexter in them. Absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, I think this was like 2 years ago. The inner label is really nice too. I don't know if that'll show up. It's on Parlophone, but then the other side is pretty cool. Yeah, I think this was a Record Store release. You know what? Honestly, I have no idea. 2 years ago, I think. These Record Store releases all seem to run back and forth in my mind. I don't know what year is what anymore, to be honest. But this is a terrific set. The Squirrel, Dexter Gordon, live in Copenhagen. Next up is a gem. This is when Grant Green got all funky, and this is a solo from the Lighthouse. This is great. If you like funky Grant Green, which I do, this is a terrific record. This is an OG. This is a really cool record. I'm not going to tell you who's on every track, but this is great. I got the old inner sleeves and stuff, and I love that record. Another one by Grant Green that I absolutely adore is this, and this is definitely a Record Store release, maybe 4 years ago. This is Grant Green from Paris. This is great. I don't know how many people picked this up. This was a few years ago, probably 4 years ago. This is a wonderful collection of stuff that he did. Yeah, it's great. It's a nice set. Grant Green on guitar, Claude Barrett on tenor sax, Clarence Palmer on organ, and Billy Wilson on drums. That's on sides C, D, E, and F. And then A, B, and C are Grant Green, Larry Ridley on drums, Don Lemond on drums, and Barney Kessel on guitar. I happen to love the first couple sides of this with Bernie Kessel. I'm a big fan of Bernie Kessel. So this is Grant Green, live in Paris. Oh, Did I show the back cover of this? It's pretty cool. Grant. He's just so groovy. I love Grant. Next up, if you guys like jazz fusion, this is Tony Williams' Lifetime featuring John McLaughlin live in New York City. This is 1969. This is some far out fusion. This is pretty cool. First song, To Whom It May Concern and Emergency. The classic Emergency is fantastic. Side 2, Unknown Title, A Famous Blues, and Something Spiritual. This is fantastic. If you guys ever get a chance to check out, if you like fusion. This also has Larry Young on organ, John McLaughlin on guitar, and Tony Williams on drums. So yeah, Larry Williams. What the hell is wrong with me today? Tony Williams, Lifetime. Check that out. This is also I didn't realize I did this, but you know, Record Store Day, they release a lot of really cool live stuff, you know, that hasn't been issued before. And this was another one. This is the Jimmy Giuffre 3. If you like some far out shit, this is it. This is Paul Bley on piano and Steve Swallow on double bass. It's kind of acousticy, far out piano stuff. This is really, really interesting. Your mind has to be awake for this. Clearly my mind is not awake today because I don't know what's going on with me. But this is a terrific release. This was Record Store Day, one of them last year. Really interesting stuff. It took me quite a few listens to get used to that. It's way out there. But yeah, it's cool stuff. If you're into, you know, kind of free jazz, just stuff that makes your mind think, this is definitely one to check out. Jimmy Giuffre 3. One of my favorite. I love this album. This is John Scofield, Shinola. This is with Steve Swallow and Adam Nusselbaum. Great album. Just Scofield at his squeakiness, just at his peak. This is really good stuff. I forget what year this is. This is 1982. Yeah, really cool stuff. So yeah, check that out. Next up, another, I'm pretty sure this was a Record Store Day release. It may not have been, I don't remember. Wes Montgomery. This is In Paris, the Definitive Collection. I had this on CD for a long time, and thinking back on it, I think there was more stuff on the CD. So I don't know if this is actually the Definitive Collection. But it's great stuff. Wes Montgomery on guitar, Harold Mayburn on piano, Arthur Harper on bass, Jimmy Lovelace on drums, and Johnny Griffin sits in on sax. It's a really great. It's great stuff. If you can find this, grab it. Next up, one of probably my favorite jazz guitarist of all time. I know that it also probably changes from day to day, but this is Pat Martino. He's still with us. He's hanging on. He's getting up there in age and he's in pretty bad health. He can't play anymore. But this is Pat Martino live. He's got his version of Sunny on here is absolutely spectacular. Absolutely the best version of Sunny I have ever heard in my life. It is terrific. Side A is Special Door, the whole side, 18 minutes. Second side is The Great Stream and Sunny. He's got Pat Martino on guitar, Ron Thomas on electric piano, Tyrone Brown on electric bass, and Sherman Ferguson on drums. This is from, what year is this? This is probably 72. Really hard bop great guy. Just a terrific guitarist. I had the pleasure of meeting him several times. I actually sat down at a bar and had a martini with him one night. A vodka martini, Mazzy. Yeah, he's a really groovy guy. You gotta check him out. His album East is probably my favorite of his. And he was touring right up until probably about 2 years ago, and then his health has just really declined over the last few years. So this is Pat Martino live. Another Pat. This is Pat Metheny Travels. This was kind of my introduction to Pat Metheny. What a great album. We used to play this in college. My roommate had this on CD, and we played this over and over and over again. This is the Pat Metheny Group Travels. So Lyle Mays is on here, and he does a bunch of stuff. Are You Going With Me? Goodbye. Phase Dance is a highlight. Just a great Pat Metheny album. Really cool. Great stuff. I don't know if this, I like Miles in Europe, but I love this We Want Miles recording. This is terrific stuff. This is from later Miles. This is much later. I love this. I absolutely love this recording. I think it's fantastic. I like Miles in Europe, and there's some of the, the Miles at the Blackhawk, with the fusion stuff. I do like that, but this is just straightforward fun stuff. He's got obviously Miles on trumpet, Marcus Miller on bass, Bill Evans on soprano sax, Mike Stern on guitar, Al Foster on drums. Really nice collection. It's not all from one concert, but yeah, I love this. Absolutely love this. Check that out if you like Miles. This is a bootleg. This is a radio broadcast. This is Herbie Hancock and Jaco Pastorius in Chicago, 1977. He's got James Levy on drums, Herbie Hancock on piano, Bernie Maupin on sax, and Jaco on bass. This is awesome. The sound quality is great too. Obviously it's an unofficial bootleg, but it's really good. He does Chameleon and Maiden Voyage on side 1. Side 2 is Hang Up Your Hang-Ups and It Remains to Be Seen. So it's Herbie kind of in his fusion years. Really good stuff though. Terrific. Next up, this also might have been a record store day. Maybe not. Maybe not. Anyway, Wynton Kelly Trio with Wes Montgomery. Smokin' in Seattle. This is a great record. The sound quality on this is phenomenal. Got the Renaissance label, and it comes with a terrific little booklet. I love that photo. You got Wynton Kelly on the back, and just a little cool story of the recording and everything. Did I say who's on it? It's Wes, obviously Wes and Wynton Kelly, and then Ron McClure on bass and Jimmy Cobb on drums, all recorded in '66. So this is Smokin' in Seattle. I'm doing another one because I'm going to do another Wynton Kelly because this is an absolutely gorgeous album, and it's one of the first albums that ever got me into jazz. This is the Analog Productions release of Wynton Kelly Trio with Wes Montgomery, Smokin' at the Half Note. 45 RPM on Verve. You guys know this record. I'm sure most jazz fans know this record. It is it's smoking. Absolutely smoking. I don't know. I like this better than the Seattle one. 45 RPM. It sounds Absolutely phenomenal. I also have an OG of this. I have it put away somewhere because I will never listen to it again after hearing this version of it. This pressing is stunning, absolutely stunning. So this is Wynton Kelly Trio with Wes Montgomery, Smoking at the Half Note. We're almost done here. My pile is sliding. A newer artist, Delvon Lamarr guitar organ trio. I can't speak today. Maybe I shouldn't be making videos today. This is weird. This is Delvon Lamarr organ trio live at KEXP. This was recorded 2017. If you guys know Delvon Lamarr, he is wonderful. This is just funky and fun. He has 3 albums out. This is the best of the 3. The 2 studio albums are wonderful, but this just is absolutely fantastic. Yeah, it's got a guy named Jimmy James on guitar, who is quite the character. He is really, really good live. And David McGraw on drums. I had the pleasure of seeing them right before lockdown, and they had the place dancing all night long. They just rocked. Just bought tickets to actually go see them again in October. So yeah, really looking forward to seeing them live again. Terrific, terrific band. Delvon Lamarr organ trio. Highly recommended. This one, 2 Japanese pressings left here. This is Doing the Thing. Jesus, what the fuck is wrong with me? I cannot read or I can't speak. This is Doing the Thing. The Horace Silver Quintet at the Village Gate. This is awesome. If any jazz fan who does not have this record, you need to get this record in your collection immediately. This is a stunner, absolute stunner. This is a Japanese pressing. It is in absolute mint condition. The obi is terrific. I got the inner sleeve. The vinyl is pristine. It sounds so great. We got Blue Mitchell on trumpet, Junior Cook on sax, Horace Silver on piano, and then I don't want to. Gene Taylor on drums. This thing, one of my favorite records. Absolutely gorgeous. Highly, highly, highly recommend finding a Japanese pressing of this if you can. I haven't heard any other pressings, but man, this thing, absolutely gorgeous. I'm not going to try and put that back in the plastic. I'm having enough issues today. Next up, last one of my favorite jazz live albums this is Kenny Burrell live. I don't believe this has ever been released in the US. I believe there's only Japanese pressings. This is also another stunning, absolutely stunning pressing. This is Kenny Burrell. I think it has, I don't want to mess it's called Freedom. This is recorded with, what year? Let's see, what year? 51? No, that can't be right. Oh, yeah, I can't find the year. Sorry. Anyway, Kenny Burrell on guitar, Stanley Turrentine on sax, Herbie Hancock on piano, Ben Tucker on bass, Bill English on drums, and Ray Barretto on conga. That's side 1. And then side 2, they got Kenny Burrell, Sheldon Powell on sax, Hank Jones on piano and organ, Milt Hinton on bass, and Ossie Johnson on drums. It's a absolutely fantastic recording. Yeah, highly recommend this. And I think that is it. So that's 20 of my favorite live jazz albums for the live album Final Tag 2021. That's about it. that video was fucked up. You guys have a great day. Hang in there, and I will talk to you very soon. Questions, comments, snide remarks, right down below.